Today I'll be ranking the top 25 players for the Boston Major, and it'll be mostly based on how the team performs, not just how they how good they are individually. We'll start here with number 25 to start with, and this will be Arsenal. Alright, so I've put Arsenal here because I believe that I can't try and spoil things. So I believe SSG are going to do quite well. I think Arsenal's going to be one of the underperformers. I think they're going to at least make a top 8, top 6. Maybe I've placed Arsenal too low for that. But you'll see why. Players above him, in my opinion, will perform much better at the Major. Number 24 will be Nolly. Alright. Nolly is quite low here, but there's a reason behind that. First of all, Genji barely made the Major. Second of all, I feel like them overall have been performing badly and they don't even look like they'll do well online. Because sometimes you see a team who do well online. Don't do well online, but do really well offline. I don't think Genji are that type of team. They need consistency in them. And what I saw was anything but consistency. That's why Nolly's down here. Moving on to number 23. In number 23, I have Cash. And let me turn that to a lighter blue. Cash is here because I believe that Moist are going to do alright at the Major. I think they're going to make a top 8, in my opinion. I know it seems quite controversial from what other people have been saying, but I think they've been quite underrated. And one of the reasons is because Cash, when he wants to pop off, can really pop off. But I do think he's got his inconsistencies in him. I do feel like he can mess up a lot. But some moments outshine the bad moments. So that's why Cash is at number 23. Moving on to number 22, we have Lost. Alright, Lost. So basically, when I've been watching Fury, even though they just won a regional at the end, I felt like they were playing well, but couldn't they play better? With so many individual errors. And I wouldn't say he's made the most, because I feel like, again, like I said, with Cash, his good moments outshine his bad, but Lost made so many. But again, because of him, we still made the Major, and that's why he's on my list, even though he's near the bottom. Number 21, I have Oski. Oh, okay. I'm not going to get people happy in the comments, am I? Anyway, Oski's down here because I felt like, I can't spoil anything, but I felt like during the online period before he came on, he was the most inconsistent out of the 3 Liquid players, for one. And he didn't really have his pop-off moments as much. He did in Regional 1, unbelievable, him and Ete. But since then, I didn't see much from him, to be honest. I used to think he was the best player on Liquid, and now I think he's not anymore. That's why Oski's there. Oh, I've changed it to the wrong colour. I'm having a mare. Just give me 1 second. There we go, and I've done it. Moving on to number 20. What will number 20 be? Exotic. Again, I don't know if I'm putting him low here. But I don't like Liquid. I don't think Kami Corp are going to do too well this Major. I think they're obviously going to get a decently high position, but I don't think they're going to go top 4, top 6. I don't know. We'll just have to see. It'll be one of them that do, but one of them also has to do badly. And that's why Exotic is placed number 20, because I still believe Kami Corp can do good, maybe better than Liquid. Exotic, to be fair, he's really stepped up recently. He's become much more of, instead of just a third man doing nothing, staying back, he's really been more involved with the attack, helping Vatira, and setting up Itachi. That's why Exotic's my number 20. I believe he can do better though. And number 19, I have CRR. Shit. Okay. I believe, again, I'm saying I believe because this is hard. I've had such a hard time making this list. But anyway, CRR is on this list. Up here. Not up. Down here. Because his performances since the first regional really have not been good. Really, really not good. I know he can do better. And that's why he's still on this list. Because I know he has the potential to do better. Do I think he'll do it for most games in the major? No, I don't. I believe he can be up on Razeball's level, but does he have the consistency of Razeball? And no, I don't think he does. So that's why he is numbered 19. And number 18, we have a Chronic. Yeah, not looking good for Liquid. Not looking good. A Chronic 18, and he is above Oski, which normally people would be angry with. But I feel like with that last split I just watched, I have to put a Chronic above Oski. A Chronic, he's the most underrated player on that team. If they didn't have a Chronic, I don't think Liquid would be able to play as well as they do. He is the person who always builds up the play, helps his teammates out, lets Ato and Oski go over the heavy attacking plays, while he tries his best to hold up the back, defend, and do everything else, do all the dirty work. And I feel like he's just done a better job of that than Oski has done in his main role. So that's why he's 18. Number 17, I've got Jan. And again, I don't know if this is controversial. In my opinion, no. From Furia, we've not seen him qualify for a major this whole entire time. And do I think they're going to do well? I don't. He's my highest ranking Fury player. Card hasn't made the list for me. The thing I struggle with Card is that he's obviously seen the worst out of the 3 players in Fury a lot of the time. But I feel like he can be more helpful to the team instead of Lost. But Lost has to pop off moments more and could just pull stuff out of a hat, unlike Card. So that's why Card isn't on the list to spoil you. Not sure how well Fury are going to do, but I think going to struggle to reach top 8. Jan is here because, of course, he's the best player in that team by a mile. I'm not sure he's not doing too well in the split, to be fair, but he just... I'm not sure because online he pops off, man. He pops off, he really does. But do I think he can do it again? I'm not sure. So that's why he is my highest ranked Fury player. He's a fucking incredible player when he wants to, but I feel like he hasn't got the work ethic. He's got another teammate in Lost that is too similar to him, and that's why Jan is 17th. 16th, I have got Rettles. Okay, Rettles. Honestly, I believe Rettle should be higher up on here, but it's really hard to get him higher up. Yeah, Rettles, unbelievable, man, unbelievable. I wasn't too sure on him before that last regional. That last regional really sold me on Rettles. Especially against FaZe, like to knock out FaZe from the regional, man. They went 3-0 down, and then Rettles just went, alright, I'm gonna try now. And when he did try, him and AJ popped off, man. Absolutely popped off. The bumps Rettles was getting in that, I think it was game 6 and game 7 actually. Unbelievable. He's a big game player. Big game players play on LAN, and that is what he's going to do. Number 15. Hoxer. Yeah, so Hoxer. They are the best team coming out of North America, SSGR. And the main part of that team has been a duo between Hoxer and LJ. Hoxer and LJ have been unbelievable for SSG, and I think Arsenal should probably be higher up the list, but honestly, I think they'll do well, but they won't do amazing in the end. I think they're going to bottle one of the games, because that's what SSG do. And Hoxer will be 15th, because he's just great. He's great. He's really propelled the SSG team to new levels since Daniel left. And I think he could definitely go higher and be a standout player, but we'll just have to see. Number 14, we have Itachi. Itachi is my number 14th because Karmine Corp, like I said before, of Exotic. I think they do well, but not amazing in terms of Karmine Corp standards. I think they're definitely going to make a top 8, but struggle to make a top 6. But the players on Karmine Corp, man, it's going to be a bold prediction that I'm making, but this is how I believe they're going to do. Itachi, second best player on the team. Everyone's known that for a while, and there's obviously one main man above him that can really do it all for Karmine Corp. Even when Karmine Corp won the major, a lot of people still did not rank Itachi and Exotic high enough. So I hope I'm not making the same mistake now. Number 13th, I have Radosin, the first Vitality player. So I think Radosin, he's fucking incredible. He is unbelievable. 13th is not bad. You might be thinking 13th bad, but no, it's not bad. Once you see the rest of the rankings, it is not bad at all. But I think Radosin has too many mistakes in him. When he doesn't have the mistakes and he's just consistent, he's one of the best players in the world. He could easily be top 5. But unlike 2 other players on that team that I will not name just yet, he does have the mistakes in him. And I don't think he has the pop-off moments as much as the other 2 do. But he has them still. And he's still amazing. And that's why he's 13th. Could definitely be higher. Number 12. I don't know how to pronounce the name. And I don't know if I even spelled it right. I can't be asked to go and check. Roas or something. Roas, I think that's how you say it. That's what I've heard Johnny Boy say anyway. So, honestly, I think I should have Khalid on this list, but there wasn't any room for him. So if I had number 26, it would be Khalid there. Because this Rule 1 team, for me, is making top 8. If it weren't for that, I would have had a crew player on here like Drafinio, but I believe that Rule 1 will beat crew. Because last night I watched... I don't know what that noise is. One sec, let me check it. Never mind, it's fine. Anyway, so I was watching Complexity play against Rule 1 last night on Johnny Boy's stream, and the score was shocking, man. Rule 1 absolutely demolished Complexity. They ended up winning, was it 4-0 or 3-0? I think it was 4-0. They completely sweeps Complexity. Complexity, like, they didn't even look like they were playing bad. Rule 1 just sweeps them out of the park. It was an unbelievable performance. You go watch it if Johnny Boy has the VOD up. So honestly, I think I'm still underrating them here. But I think he'll be the standout player because his defence. Defence really does prevail on LAN. Number 11, I've got Joyo. So, I've got Cash and Joyo in this list. Joyo, still, in my opinion, is a top 10 player in the world. To be fair, I did a top 10 list not too long ago, and I don't think I put Joyo in there, sadly. But he's definitely there around it, because his recent performances weren't good enough, but he's definitely there around it, man. He's a LAN player, born and bred. He is incredible. He's the best player on that Moist list. I think, as you can tell, Juicy won't be on this list. I think Juicy, in my opinion, easily is the worst player on the team. But he never should have picked him up. It sounds harsh, but it's true. He's not up to the standards of Cash and Joyo. They're both unbelievable players. Like, if they had a better third, honestly, they could win the whole thing. But I don't think they will. I do think they'll make a top 8 though, because Joyo and Cash, especially Joyo, can really carry them through those difficult moments. Number 10, Ato. Damn. Okay, maybe I am putting them too low, but whatever. I did already say, and I'm committing to it, I don't think Liquid are going to do too well for their standards. I think this is because they're not consistent enough, and across 3 days at LAN, they're going to have one day where they don't do well at all. And I believe that day will be day 2, which will be a Saturday, where I think they will lose to a team they shouldn't lose to. I don't know which team that's going to be. We'll just have to see. But Ato, Again, in that split I just watched, he's the best player by a mile. Fucking flip resets every game. You should go watch some clips. Unbelievable. One of the best players in the world right now. And at number 9, we have, I think it's apparently Jack. Yes, that's right. I didn't say it because I don't want to ruin it. But we have apparently Jack at number 9 because he's just the best player in Gen G. And I'm going to tell you now, Chronic did not make my list. And that is because Appjack was the 1v3ing teams in Split. He is the only reason why they made the major. Unbelievable performances from him. Nolly made the list because I think he was just about consistent enough to keep up onto the list. And I'm still not too sure with it, but I think Nolly's the only other player in that team that is kind of performing still. If you watch some games, apparently Jack's the only player up there trying to make chances. Whenever he passes the ball, his teammates aren't there anymore. Like, if you would have gone back a few months before, every time he passed it, would have been a teammate there, but there's not. And one player, I believe, is the problem for that is Chronic. Chronic, he's completely lost confidence. I've not seen him do an air dribble in 10 years. I don't even know what he's doing. He can't do double taps, he can't do anything. I've watching him, he has no confidence, but it still shows a level when a player like Chronic is not performing well at all and is still making a major. So we cannot sleep on them. They could be absolutely grinding for the major. Chronic could get his confidence back, and when Chronic gets his confidence back, he can be better than Jack. So we'll just have to see how that goes. They could still win the whole thing, but in my opinion, they're going to struggle to make top 8, but I do think they'll make it. Monkey Moon. I just realised I forgot Seiko. Oh shit. Oh, whatever. That's still fine. Honestly, now looking at my list, I'm not even sure Seiko would make it. And that's because I still believe, after seeing that split, I still believe Seiko is the biggest underperformer. He still went missing in quite a few games. I know 2 other players that absolutely popped up beside him. Those 2 players, you already know them. One's Monkey Moon, and the other one is Rise. We'll just have to see where Rise is. I don't think any other player, any other person has him where I have him on this list. And that's why I say he hasn't made the list, because I believe he's 2 already really high. I do think he probably should have made it in the end, but I just think these other 2 players are going to pop off unbelievably. And I think BDS could go all the way and win it all. And I don't know why I don't have Seiko. Number 7, Raiseball. Raiseball's Raiseball. He can do what he wants when he wants. He's unbelievable. I've said unbelievable so many times already. But, like, it depends. I think Raiseball, no matter what happens, is going to outperform his teammates. But if Complexity really go far, I believe that CRR is really going to step up, which will allow AJG to step up. And I'll spoil you again, AJG is not on my list. I'm going to get murdered for that. But I think I'm fine with that. I think AJG had a decent split. He wasn't the best, he wasn't the greatest. CRR was probably the one who underperformed the most. But on LAN, I believe in CRR. I think he'll pop off. Not pop off, I think he'll do well. But Raiseball can pop off and be consistent with it. That's why he's number 7. He's one of the best players in the world right now. Number 6. AJ. Yeah, so AJ. Optic. Again, Magic Bear has not made my list from Optic. Yeah. That's fine. I think Magic Bear not making it is fine. He's always the worst player in that team. I don't care what anyone says. Magic Bear is the worst player. He just is. He's not that good. I don't know why CJ loves him. But they could do much better with a better third player. So why Rettles and AJ have made it in the end, because Rettles opens up the play for AJ. AJ, fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. That split I just watched from AJ carried his team. Absolutely carried it. And I think we'll see it again at the major, where they'll make a top 6 or something. Or they'll underperform, I don't know. Number 5, LJ. Yeah, I think this is good. All 3 SSG players have made my list, just about, with Arsenal at number 25. And that's because I believe that SSG are going to be right up there. They're going to be competing. Unlike what other people think, I think they're going to be great. LJ, just like AJ's done an Optic, both players have really stepped up. LJ's taken into his role really well. Now Daniel's gone. Daniel, I felt like, pulled him back a bit, pulled his ability back because he didn't have the space to do what he wanted. LJ, now he can do what he wants. He's shown his true skill. I used to be a hater of this guy, now I'm a lover. Number 4. Let's see what number 4 is. Alpha 54. What a player. He, in Vitality, in the first regional in Europe, I felt like he was the best Vitality player. The other 2 regionals, it's between him and Zen. Redosen was still unbelievable in all of those regionals, by the way. I'm not taking anything away from him. I don't even know if I spelled Redosen name right. I don't know if that's 2 Ds or not, whatever. Alpha's great. He can do whatever he wants, when he wants. Again, like I said earlier with another player, I forgot who it was. He's consistent now. He's got another player beside him that is unbelievable, that I think we all know the name of. In my opinion, I think that Vitality are favourites to win the major. So it's obviously why I have all 3 Vitality players quite high. Number 3. I've got Vatira. Vatira is at number 3, because again I said I don't think Army Corp are going to do that well, but now I'm looking at it, it looks like they're going to do alright. Itachi's not too low, Exotic's pretty low, but all 3 players have made the list, and with Vatira this high, you just can't see him doing worse in the top 6, can you? So I don't even know anymore, I don't know with my own predictions, but we'll just have to see what happens. Vatira is unbelievable. How can you ever say anything bad about him? I don't know, what is that noise? Let me just unplug that. I think I fixed it now. Yeah, Vatira, unbelievable, of course. He's still, in my opinion, top 2 players in the world. But is he going to be top 2 players in this LAN? No, he's going to be number 3. It's because Vatira, no matter what he does, pops off. He will pop off. But will his teammates pop off? We'll just have to wait and see. Now, I'm going to release both players at the same time. And they're both from EU. What could these players be? Zen and Arise. Zen number 1, Arise second. So I think many people will be shocked at my Rise pick, but I don't think anyone can be shocked at my Zen pick. I think 90% of people are going to have Zen number 1, or the other 10% going to have Vatira number 1. But I don't think any other people really had Rise number 2. If they did, from BDS, they would have Monkey Moon there. But from what I've watched in the split, Rise has been their best player. He's been the one who's allowed Seiko, Monkey Moon to do what they want, and Rise is also doing what he wants. And that is the difference between Rise and most of his other players in this list. He can help his team while also being part of a team, if you know what I mean. It's weird. Like Nolly, sometimes you can see him struggle to get into games, but Rise, no matter what, he lets his teammates do what they want while he's also doing what he wants. He's one of the best players in the game, and I believe he's so underrated and deserves all the credit for BDS's success recently. And I believe he can go and win the whole thing. Zen, number 1. What can you expect from that, guys? Wow, Zen, number 1. But it's not predictable because, no, it is predictable because he's such an unbelievable player that if you don't have Zen number 1, then you're kind of an idiot. Not an idiot, but just if you don't have him top 10, at least you're a fucking idiot. But Zen number 1, of course, because that's how I believe Vitality are going to do. I believe they're going to take it all, or it's going to be BDS in the end. I think SSG are going to be up there. Of course, Kami Corp are going to be up there. Liquid going to be around it. I think Genji will be around there. Complexity, kind of. But we'll just have to wait and see. thank you for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and watch the next video.